I suppose I had my nerve trying to get an exclusive story and pictures of Oscar Colton. Ken Palmer was the world's greatest reporter, to Ken Palmer. But the rest of the world, and the Banner in particular, wasn't ready to admit it yet. Well, anyway, here I was, on my way to interview Oscar Colton. Remember him? The boy bandit of big business, the oil ogre. They had a lot of names for the old boy years ago. Then he dropped out of sight. Now he bobs up again, giving all his money away. His relatives start screaming that Oscar's gone wacky, that he'd never give away a nickel in his right mind. So, that makes him news.
I'll take half a dozen of those.
Oh, hello.
You know, this is private property, and we don't allow any photographs to be taken.
So I've heard.
And before I call the police, would you like to try and explain?
Well, certainly. See, I want to see Oscar Colton. I wasn't sure how welcome I'd be, and I didn't want to go back with nothing, so...
Well, what did you want to see him about?
I'm a reporter, and I need a statement from Colton.
No, sorry, not today.
Well, why can't I see him? Look, who do you think you are, anyhow?
I'm his granddaughter, Corinne Colton.
Look, Miss Colton, I don't want any of the old boy's money. All I want from him is a story about just why he worked so hard all these years to make all that dough just so he can give it away.
And you can't see any reason?
Well, his family seems to have one.
You mean he's crazy? You think...
I don't think anything. All I want to do is talk to him and find out.
Well, do you promise to tell the truth?
Cross my heart.
All right, then come with me. Grandpa.
You mean he's a terrible tycoon, the money man monster? How are you, young man?
Fine.
This is a reporter, Grandpa.
Ken Palmer.
Good thing my Zinnia's never heard the names he used to call me. It would scare him to death.
He wants a story, and he promised to tell the truth.
You did?
That's right.
You mind if we work while we talk?
Not at all. Go right ahead.
Good. Now, what do you want to know first?
Well, first, Mr. Colton, just how did you make your money?
By being smart.
Well, I meant how did you get...
I know what you meant, all right. The truth is, I'm a man who likes to win. But by the rules. I took the rules they gave me, and I used them to help me make a lot of money.
But everybody says that you were...
I know. I licked them at their own game, and they didn't like it. So they set up a holler.
So you fight all your life to make a fortune, then you turn right around and give it all away.
Does sound kind of crazy, doesn't it? Corey, go get the drawings.
Well?
Kind of hard to explain. It wasn't so much the money as the winning. You know, like a ball game or a race.
Money's a pretty nice thing to have around, too.
Well, that's true. But I'm a simple sort of a guy. All I want's a good steak once in a while, and a patch of dirt to dig in. You mind handing me those shears over there?
Sure.
Here you are. Thanks. And then I got to thinking what to do with my money. The kid's all well fixed. And it wouldn't be much satisfaction to me to be the richest old codger in the graveyard.
Here you are, Grandpa.
Thanks, Corey. Let's have a look at them, son.
What are all these?
There's where all my hard-earned money is going. Here is my research hospital for all the tough diseases. This is the Colton College of Political Science. I figure the way to get good public servants is to make them. Now here's my Museum of American Culture. I never had it, but maybe my money can buy some.
Pretty crazy, huh? Just an old man wasting his money.
Well, no, these are all very wonderful, Mr. Colton, but what everyone wonders about is how this happened so sudden. One day you're a retired businessman, and the next day you're front page news.
I see your point, all right. And so they think the answer is that all of a sudden I've gone crazy.
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't have to. Do you ever read the Bible, young man?
Well, sure, I did when I was a kid. Not lately, though. Why?
Oh, I read it. Pretty regular since I retired. A while back, I was looking through the book of Matthew, and I ran across something that hit me square between the eyes. The story of Jesus and the rich young man.
There came a time in the life of the Son of Man when he had finished his teachings in Galilee, and he came into the coasts of Judea beyond Jordan. Here, great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. And behold, a rich young man with great possessions came and said unto him, Good master, what good things shall I do, that I may have eternal life? And he was answered, Thou shalt do no murder, nor commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal, neither bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But all these things have I kept from my youth up, the young man protested. What lack I yet? And he was told, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. But when the young man heard, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Well, that's the story. Can you imagine the tragedy of that young fellow? Putting his money above such a priceless reward.
You're really sincere about this, aren't you, Mr. Colton?
Sure, I'm sincere. You know my record. You know that I've put everything I've got into whatever I do. I worked hard to get that money, and I can work just as hard giving it away.
If your grandfather's crazy, the world would be better off if everybody were the same way.
What paper you work for, son?
The Banner Press. Why? What's the matter?
So now you'll go back and write a story that'll wreck everything he's trying to do.
What makes you think I won't write the truth?
Don't you know who owns the Banner?
Sure, the syndicate.
And who owns the syndicate?
My uncle, George Colton.
You mean the son who's trying to say that you're mentally incompetent?
Yes. George always did like money pretty well.
So you see, there's nothing you can do about it.
But they were both wrong, and I was right for the first time that day. My story didn't get in the Banner. I never did go back there. But it did get in a national magazine, and it made Colton's son look ridiculous. He had to drop the charges, sure, but that's not the important thing. The important thing, it was like a lesson to the whole country. People everywhere saw Oscar Colton as an example for their own lives, and all because they realized the good that can come because a man's heart was in the right place.